with that Wednesday snow, and
Was that?
it's,
Was that yay?
yay, yeah. And now it's back to the same old thing.
Yeah.
The other thing, we got a late request today on another,
Taylor Northwest supposedly thought they had sent an email, and Susie checked. The weekend is open for April 4th, 5th, and 6th. They want to do their corner days. So we're going to probably add that to the agenda tomorrow.
The big thing is just that if nobody else is there.
Yeah, no, we checked the schedule, it's all open, so.
I just want to put that in
Yeah.
your communication, it's easier to add it in next.
Sure.
Okay, moving on, item number 6 is the second hearing of a rezoning of the 9981 Telegraph. It's just north of Coates on the east side of Telegraph, and in order for there to be a banquet facility and perhaps a new hotel in the
This is
future.
a loose location, right?
Mhm. Yeah, so covered that last time pretty well. Item number 7 is the budget hearing
Yeah.
for millage rate.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
would you like me to address this real quick? Just
Yes,
a couple
please.
comments on it. What it is, and it was approved last year too by the city council, but according to charter, we had the notice in the paper of the public hearing to approve the budget, and that notice has to go out at least 30 days prior to that meeting. So looking at the dates in April, obviously you guys know that the May 1st is when we have to approve the budget according to the charter. The 29th is a Tuesday, the last Tuesday of the month, and we use that date. I hope it works for everybody. If not, let us know. What it does, if there's any changes, then it gives us a couple contingency days as well before May 1st. So that's why I picked the 29th, because it was a Tuesday, and it still leaves us a few days before the May 1st deadline in case we need to do any sort of change or something. I ran by the mayor's office, and they were okay with the date, so we're just putting on the agenda for you guys to review and approve.
Item number 8 is to approve the hourly rate of $175 an hour for legal services for Gusson Basin, who's with Howard and Howard.
Madam Chair, if I could just address this briefly. I think you guys should have a snapshot that was emailed out to you about the history of the individual and the firm. Yeah. Well, he has a history here in the city of Taylor. You know, he did a lot of work here, and at some point was no longer used. We have some interesting projects coming forward. Some are TIFA related, some are brownfield related, and we don't really have anybody because we haven't used this type of legal firm or for any projects really related to this. So the bulk of the services that we're looking for will be to support the TIFA, the brownfield, and there's some economic development as well. And then we did just kind of take a snapshot of the attorneys that we're currently using, just to give you guys an idea on the hourly rate of where this falls. I mean, obviously it's higher than some, in line with others, and lower than some.
So again, what would we be using them for?
TIFA, economic development, and brownfield primarily, and then some overflow if Corp Council has overflow. But that's something that we would work through Corp Council.
And what do we use Miller Campfield for?
Use them for, some of the different stuff.
Yeah, mostly it's bonds, I think.
Okay, can we get rid of him and just use Gus then? Because if he's gonna do TIFA. It's a lot of money there, $300 an hour.
There might be some things that can
Do you think he's a
bonds
plumbing
that they,
company?
not everybody can do.
Right. They're a specialized group that will we reduce what we can? Absolutely.
Is this list inclusive right now of all lawyers on?
I think we pulled it together pretty late, so we may be missing
You may
somebody.
be missing a few, but those are the bulk of the attorneys that, we use on a very frequent basis, other than Miller Canfield. I know they're a specialized firm, but the other ones, and
But certain groups specialize in certain departments?
yeah,
Okay.
like, something coming is court counsel, you've got the
then, as you guys will recall, in the last term, there was some, I don't know, some isolated legal use as well, that some specialized attorneys were used between the mayor and the city council. They don't appear on this list because they were just used, they were retained for specific purposes. I don't recall what those rates were, but we didn't have any intentions of using them again in the future, so, we didn't add them to the list. And this is a list, just a comparable list anyhow. It's just to give you guys an idea of what currently we're paying.
Okay, item number 9 is police video cams. Are these for the new cars?
Yes, ma'am.
I thought I remember it, when the police enter into a personal service or professional service contract with these law firms, or is it just?
Just an hourly rate of not to exceed.
As needed.
Yeah.
Any questions on mine? 10 is.
So, I'm sorry, if I could go back, that doesn't even mean we're obligated to use them. I mean,
Okay.
kind of like going back to Councilman Johnson's question about using the higher rate at $300 an hour. Just because they're approved, if we have another alternate choice that's less expensive and at the same level of qualifications, it gives us the option to use them.
On mine real quick, what are these being used from again? What is this?
Grants to be reimbursed, that would be our Justice Assistance Grant for 2013.
What, is that pretty good dollar amount to get for that?
Yes, in fact, I believe that's on the agenda item for tonight as well, the 2013 one. It's approximately 23,000, I believe.
Thank you.
10 is for Dell laptop computers and for docking stations. Any questions?
I'm just gonna assume these are the computers they use in the SWAT cars to look up.
I'm sorry?
These are the computers they use in
Yes,
cars
since you
to look up.
approved, yes, since council approved the purchase of the additional charges and increases, we're not going ahead with getting the equipment needed for them.
11 is for new uniforms.
Do we provide uniforms for our?
Yes.
Okay.
12 is for the psychological testing. I assume that's with the new officers or proposed new officers.
Yes, Madam Chair.
You know, going back, I've been meaning to ask this to 11. I keep seeing, no, not to 11, you know, I keep seeing state forfeiture.
Yes.
How much money do we get in forfeitures?
We, our state, I don't have the exact balance handled, but we have hundreds of thousands of dollars in our state forfeiture account.
Wow.
It's accumulated over a period of time. We don't, as soon as we get it, we're not spending it, but it's there for police items that are not covered by the budget. For example, we pay for quite a few of our own items out of forfeiture money, if it qualifies as a forfeiture.
I just thought, I had no idea we had.
We try to be
Going
pretty,
on, Taylor.
we try to be pretty judicious on what we spend it on, because we know we're going to need it for vehicles and such. And so it accumulates in that account, and when we need it, it's available for us.
When the guns come up and that kind of thing, when we started buying them cars and what have you, I thought, my goodness, we're trying to Taylor that we have this much more forfeiture money.
I seen them have a semi for over on Telegraph by the old Andy, and I just kept thinking, I'm hoping that's going to Mexico with a boatload of cash.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
but going back
So
to
we can get it.
it doesn't necessarily have to have, if they were just driving through Taylor,
Yeah.
not a Taylor, not, an enterprise in Taylor, then that we
Oh,
get
yes,
that
yes,
forfeiture money.
yes. In fact, I would venture to say a majority of our defendants that we get asset
Right.
forfeiture
Oh,
from
yeah.
are not even Taylor residents, so
Well,
I don't know if
right.
it's majority
Even
at
if
all.
it's out of our city.
Okay.
Good thing they have all, 94.
I just wondered, because I thought, wow, that's a lot.
Well, and one of the things moving forward that we talked about, I mean, just in regards to forfeiture in general, is, putting another officer in the DEA program. If you have an investment in the program, you get a portion of it when they do, yeah. So if they happen to, make an arrest that involves $5 million in cash, there's a stipend that goes back to all the participating cities. But if you don't have skin in the game, so to speak, you don't get anything from it. So there's a good benefit. Now, on the downside, it forces us to put an officer in the program and take them off the street, so.
Can he be paid out of that program though?
Well, generally
The
what you
forfeiture
have is proceeds that come back.
Okay.
So like in the case of the state and federal forfeiture, now we're depleting our federal forfeiture pretty quick, just in the unbudgeted overtime. But at one point, did we have as high as like 2.5 or 2.6 million in the federal forfeiture account?
Yes,
A few years ago?
yes.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow.